It's a tongue in the building. Alongside Galaxy J1, magic music money. It's not over yet until I win. I will never ever give up.
I feel so fulfilled, so happy, so grateful for all the friends and well-wishers, especially my team members and the entire VIP winners community and the Cocreatorz MasterMind. So this is so wonderful. I'm so glad, I'm happy and grateful, guys.
Like some persons say I must calculate. Life is very simple, I know what complicate. Just like Mark Zuckerberg, I wanna innovate. When you achieve great success, now you the educate. They bury me for ground, they no hesitate.
What I would say is that how we made it in Africa is not just a book. From what I've observed, and from what I've been observing for a very long time, it's a concept. It's a concept that is bigger than a book, and I believe it's one that every African youth should be able to embrace it. One of the key things that actually stood out here is the fact that how we made it in Africa, it's about teamwork. It's about working together. It's about thriving together. And I believe that if we could bring our energies, we could bring our skills, we could bring our expertise together and work together, definitely we are going to make Africa great.
How we made it in Africa is actually a concept that is going to help us. You know, we are struggling a lot. We are struggling a lot with financial freedom. So we want to really attain financial freedom in Cameroon and in Africa at large. Why not the world?
About my daddy house, about my mommy car. I'm a creative hustler, don't know me from.
The book launch is just a stepping stone. It's a start. It's the end of a new beginning. So we are starting. We keep mobilizing until we get to 1,000 VIP winners. We're going to have a VIP weekend when we get to 1,000 VIP winners. That's actually the big event. This one is just a forerunner event. So we are going to have a massive event the whole weekend. 1,000 VIP winners will be meeting leaders from all over the world, and by that time we must have already raised a lot of millions, because every day our goal is to raise 1 million francs for one VIP winner.
It's not over yet until I win. I will never ever give up until I win. I will pray, work, fight until I win.
Actually, as Africans, one thing we lack is togetherness. I think this book, the initiative, will actually make young Africans and Camerooners as a whole to actually bind the great ideas they have together in order to actually develop ourselves.
It's a team behind this project, a team of young people who have faced it all, let me put it that way, and who have decided to stake their blood and sweat for the success of this project. I've seen a lot of projects start like this and the next day they are not seen again. But with this one, me being part of the community for 2 years now, mind you, this project, this phase is the third phase of the project. The project started in 2019 and we ran a prototype in 2019, ran the second prototype in 2020, and this is the third phase. So we have been consistent with the third year, and that's why we're bringing it to public, because we know that it has matured up to this level.
It's not over yet until I win. I will never ever give up until I win. I will pray, work, fight until I win. Until I win. Until I win.
It's a great opportunity for people to come together and gather experience, get knowledge, get an insight of what they want to become, and share ideas. I, for one, I got a point of time in my life when I was like lost. I did not know how to go about it. But when I found myself in this gathering, in this organization, I began putting in more values to myself, to my ideas, to whatsoever I believe in. So just like the singer said, that one hand of it I bonzo. As we are gathered here today, we're going to make it big.
Fantastique, tu es magnifico, tu es fantastique. Petit sœur, petit sœur, j'ai dit petit sœur.
I think it's first of all the vision of the events, promoting how we live in Africa, and of course I'm a Pan-Africanist, and I think I believe in things that are built in Africa and the African dream, the African products, African services, and of course building institutions that can last. And I think that having a platform like this that aims at promoting young people to have that spirit of making in Africa, in the last 10 to 20 years, one of the biggest agendas that young people have grown up to adopt is that you can only make in Europe or United States or in North America. But concepts like this start teaching us, our young people, to believe in Africa and how we can take advantage of the resources, opportunities, and the gaps and challenges in Africa.
I can assure you it's not been easy. It's been very challenging, very, very challenging. Father of four, like you said, and a husband. To take out so much time to invest in a project like this creates gaps, voids in other parts of your life. But I try to manage. You see, all of them, they were here, they were happy. They also felt fulfilled that their God has achieved something great. Now I can bounce back to my normal routine, spending more time with them and so on. My team made this happen. I don't work alone. If I have to do something alone, I don't do it.
Biggie. Tu es magnifique, tu es fantastique. Tu es magnifique, oh. Tu es fantastique.
I think that what makes me so active it's in the area of finances. I believe that without money we cannot be able to bring impact, and I think that we have not been taught on how to be able to manage and grow our finances adequately. And I believe that one of the ways to eradicate poverty in Africa is to be able to just help people deal with the poverty mindset and instill in us the mindset of abundance. I think that if we have an abundant mindset, we are going to see endless possibilities, and that way we are going to make it in Africa.
Salatiel on the beat.
This book, How We Made It in Africa, is something that is going to push us to ask the relevant questions that we are not used to asking on our own. That is going to reveal us living from within, not outside in, and is must read by any young person who wants to achieve something worthwhile in this generation. So I am urging every young person who is watching this to join this community of VIP winners, because this is what we need in this generation.
Chapter 5, it talks about the psychic method. Actually, the phrase psychic method is of my formation. And that's because anything you're doing starts with your mindset and your subconscious mind. And in this book, you realize that from 0 to 7 years, a child has natural programming, automatic programming. That's why the parents can transfer whatever they are to the child. The child learns from the environment, from the teacher, from the churches, and from the parents. So if all of that circle has a broke mindset, a poor mindset, that child is going to be poor. And once you have that programming, no matter what you do, if you don't reprogram it, you're still going to be broke. Even if they give you 100 billion, you go back to being broke. That's why you see a lot of celebrities, when they get fame, they get the money, they go back to their default state, which is poverty.
You get your own, I get my own. Mangana wise girl. Nyanga plenty for his kids. Mangana wise girl. She's a big cook, she's a big one. Mangana wise girl. Nyanga plenty for his kids. Mangana wise girl.
Getting this book is giving you the possibility to join a community of winners, a community of people who know where they are going to. And there's no better place to be than with people who know where they are going to.
Talking about the event today, it's been awesome, amazing. For quite a long time, we haven't had something as this unique and empowering. I think it's coming at the nick of time, especially at a time when we have a lot of young people with ideas that lack funding. I think it says teach in time, 7 up to 9. And those behind it, I salute your courage. It is not easy to drive such a project within the milieu that we find ourselves. So to have been able to mount up the courage and design something as empowering as this, and a lot of my admiration.
We cannot succeed to make it in Africa if we have youth that are not focused, if we have youths that are divided, if we have youths that do not change their mindset. And like I said, we have to re-engineer our mindset. From period of slavery to the period of colonization and the post-colonization, we have to re-engineer our mind by taking out all the negativities that in our mind, all the aspects of laziness in our mind. It is only through those aspects, or through the mind re-engineering, that we can transform Africa.
Oh boy, you don't see manga na wise guy. Yanga see manga, yanga start to the langa. Oh boy, you don't see manga.
I'm really thrilled by everything that I have witnessed here today. I've not read the book already, but from everything I've listened to, everything I've watched, it's really telling us that how Women in Africa is preaching the gospel of togetherness, people working together, because Africa has been in a place where we left our community-based mindset into an individualistic mindset. People want to thrive alone, and that's why we've been retarded in our success. We've been unable to move. We've been stagnant. And I think how Made in Africa is going to bring a new spirit, or it's going to help us go back to our roots, because it's only in Africa that you really see people living a community life. You can be able to say, this is my extended family.
Because the best way to become a billionaire is to create so many millionaires. The best way to become a trillionaire, the fastest way, is to be creating so many billionaires. It's that simple. Poor people don't give. That's why they're broke. If you notice, I give a lot. I give everything. And the universe rewards me. It's a science. God rewards me. God rewards you. There's a pattern to this journey. It's not to move boss. It's not try and error. Don't just hoping. You have to be intentional. It's a science. If you play the game, you win. People want to know this. There are people suffering. But I'm happy a lot of VIP winners are coming on board and we're changing the game. If you notice, even the conversation on social media has changed.
We are 1,000 VIP winners in the whole wide world. Everybody grow.